Hey there, Internet. Our Felix Finch here, and Takeover Blackpool 2 has come and gone. So let's take a look at what we have for NXT offering on the other side of the Atlantic. We start off with Trent 7 and Denis. Denis tries to get a surprise attack on 7, but 7 immediately counters with a power bomb. It's just quickly a brawl. There's very little grappling, and each man is just looking to hurt. Denis does remove a turnbuckle as the two fight. Trent 7 accidentally rams himself into the exposed turnbuckle. At one point, Denis gets him up in a razor's edge. And instead of throwing him into that turnbuckle, he throws him to the outside, landing on a member of the production crew. He's able to roll Trent in and deliver a next stop driver to get the pin and the win. I gave this 2 stars. It's a solid opening. It's a fight from start to finish that really made Denis look strong, but it just didn't do much for me beyond that. Next up, we have the women's triple threat between Toni Storm, Viper, and Kayleigh for the NXT UK Women's Championship. And Toni gets the jump on Kayleigh as they brawl on the outside. You see Viper attacking both, throwing Toni in. Each woman remains on the attack, having to fight on 2 different fronts. Kayleigh and Viper get the focus for a bit, with Triple Down seeing Viper and Toni get up first and brawl a bit before getting interrupted by Kayleigh as well, who brings a chair into the ring. She puts that ring around the neck of Toni Storm and looks like she's about to go stomp it, but Viper knocks her out of the way. Toni Storm gets up with the chair, faces off with Viper, and puts the chair down as they both just decide to attack Kayleigh instead. It's cool, they both dive to the outside onto Kayleigh, knock her around a bit, and as they're faffing about, Kayleigh gets to the top and gives a very vertical senton on both of them, high angle. It earns a Mamma Mia chant. Viper is able to powerbomb Toni Storm. Kayleigh hits a scary senton going across the ring about halfway through. I thought she landed on her neck, but nope, she lands clean and she breaks up the pin. Kayleigh is able to turn a Michinoku driver from Viper into a gory bomb, and at the 2 count, on the 3rd count, Toni Storm's able to run in, grab the hand of the referee. It's very amusing at that point, stopping it from hitting the ground. It's not a DQ because there's no DQs in a triple threat. Viper is able to hit a Scottish Destroyer on Kayleigh, and Toni Storm tries to capitalize with a Storm Zero on Kayleigh as well, but Viper breaks that up. Storm tries to go for a Storm Zero on Viper, but ends up turning into a pedigree with a frog splash, and Kayleigh just shit cans Toni Storm after that and gets the pin on Viper. I gave this 4.5 stars. It was a chaotic match between all 3 parties, an absolute brawl with emotional storytelling in ring, plus bonus points for last year's Eve headliners for Wrestle Queendom, Kayleigh and Viper, being involved in this match at NXT UK Takeover. Next up, we have Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin, and the crowd is solidly behind Tyler Bate. It's very annoying to Devlin. The match finally opens up with some traditional UK graps. Amazing counters by both. Devlin's actually able to block Bang and Bop, which is cool. Tyler Bate is able to get a military press before drop kicking Devlin over the top rope. Devlin gets back in, able to take over, and even mocks Mustache Mountain a bit. Devlin gives Bate the deepest Mexican surfboard stretch I've ever seen. Both of them know each other very well. We get double downs with a pair of cross bodies. Bate gives Devlin an extended airplane spin before a precision brainbuster for a near fall. Devlin is able to stop a victory roll, turn it into a clean German. Devlin tries giving a cutter on the apron, but Bate blocks it by grabbing onto the rope, and both of them come crashing down kind of awkwardly onto the apron. We don't get a replay of that. Both of them are out of the ring pretty late, but Devlin is unable to keep Bate from making it in for that 10 count. Both men just get into a fist fight, leading to a brilliant sequence between the two. The crowd starts chanting, "Are you watching Vince McMahon?" And I really hope he is. Devlin hits a top rope Spanish fly, and a Devlin side on Bate, which he kicks out of. Bate hits a beautiful springboard DDT and a Tyler Driver 97 that Devlin kicks out of. But an immediate corkscrew splash seals the deal and the win for Tyler Bate. I gave this 5 stars. Holy shit, this match was amazing. a thing of pure beauty and a must-see. I don't know how anybody is going to follow this. We have the NXT UK Tag Team Championships on the line in a ladder match as Imperium face Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews, who face off against the Grizzled Young Veterans, who face off against the champions Gallus. Again, another immediate brawl between the teams. Gallus taking Imperium, Grizzled Young Veterans taking on Webster and Andrews. Webster and Andrews are soon able to start doing flippy things on Imperium, while Gallus demonstrate their strength on Grizzled Young Veterans. This thing just gets to be madness. You see Imperium pull off a really cool bottom rope Tree of Woe dropkick concerto. Believe me, that is an accurate description of what it is. Ladders finally come into the fray, and everybody's able to get their shit in. There's an impressive double springboard moonsault onto Webster, onto a ladder from Eichner. There's 5 ladders in the ring at one point, with all 8 men trying to get to the belts. Zach Gibson is pinned by one of the ladders that's leaned up by Flash Morgan Webster. He takes a scary-looking bump to the outside. He ends up being okay, but he goes over, and you see him just very catch that top rope as he's going out, so he doesn't fully hit the ground on the outside, full impact. There's double team rooms for everybody. There's mayhem with the multiple ladders. The focus shifts to the Scots versus the Welshmen, where a ladder and a ladder is set up with a table on each side, although one table just collapses under Coffey's weight as he is pulled out, as he's pulled onto a table. So Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster do a double flipping senton onto another table through Wolfgang. They kind of hook into each other to do that. Webster and Andrews are able to get back into the ring, but Grizzled Young Veterans get back in with the ladder. Andrews unleashes magic kendo stick out of nowhere. It's kind of cool. The way they shoot, you just suddenly see a kendo stick pop into frame, and he just unleashes hell on an Imperium with it. Coffey is able to keep Bartel from getting the belt. Wolfgang spears Eichner through a ladder and shit cans Bartel before Coffey climbs, grabs the belts. This was another 4.5-star match for me. Insane spots, wild action, hell of a ladder match. Next up in our main event, we have Joe Coffey taking on Walter for the NXT UK Championship, and Walter tries to get an immediate boot on Coffey, but Coffey's able to dodge it. Coffey takes the match to the outside using terrain to attack Walter. Back in the ring, Coffey has a surprising level of control, showing off his strength, though. Walter's able to pick up the pace and use his weight and size advantage to attack a worn-out Coffey. Walter also hitting a submission sequence where he catches a dive into a Boston Crab, transitions it to an STF, transitions it into a sword cravat crossface, but Coffey gets to the rope. There are shotgun chops from Walter ringing out through the arena. Coffey dodges a dropkick, and Walter knocks out the referee. Coffey's able to hit a bomb on Walter, but no officials there to make the count. At this point, Alexander Wolf comes out to attack Coffey, but Ilya Dragunov comes in and makes the save. Walter is up, and he's on intense offense, throwing Coffey around on the outside before bringing him in the ring for a lariat. He only gets a 2 count, and a new ref shows up a few seconds in. Coffey's knees prevent him from giving his full offense and capitalizing after superplexing Walter off the top rope. Coffey's able to block a chop and get in some good punches and hit a pair of what's best for the bells for a 2 count. And when a third attempt is made, it's formed into a sleeper, then followed by a sleeper suplex. There's a back chop from Walter that hurts my back watching it. And Walter captures Coffey into a crossface sleeper and forces Coffey to tap out. I give this match 3.5 stars. It's a very good match. Felt it was hurt by Coffey tapping out after taking so much damage and being so resilient throughout the match. And as Imperium celebrating, Undisputed Era attacks, clears the ring, and beats down Walter, standing tall at the end of Blackpool, England. They got Gargano'd with the production logo. Overall, this was a fantastic takeover, but every takeover is. It's even the matches I rated the lowest are still very good matches. I loved the storytelling in particular in the main event and in the women's match. And Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin, match of the night. Clearly, go back, watch that. That's beautiful. The ladder match was a lot of fun to watch, some crazy stuff going on, and it's very non-NXT UK, but it's cool, and like I said, I thought Denis did a good job getting over in the opening match. But you know what, guys? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe to this channel, and buy my t-shirts at friscoflame.com. You can also, hopefully starting tomorrow, I'm going to try to get prowrestlingtees.com/friscoflame. They're finally opening up that avenue to me. But you can also go to patreon.com/friscoflame for exclusive perks, merch, and bonus content. Peace out, party peoples, and stay tuned because there will be a Hard to Kill review coming out.